Hello, and welcome to Homer for Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. Tondaute prosepen anaxandron agamemnon. O geronala temense kai aiti asasta anoga. Po lakigar methie tekaua ketele ponestai. Udok noe konu ta fradiesi noio. Alme tesoron kaiemen potidegmen osor mein. Nunde meo proteros patel pegre to kai moja peste. Ton mena go proee ke kale mena jus metalas. Al io men kenus te kike sometha populauon. En fulakes negars fine pefraron egeretestai. Tonde me beta kerenio si potenestor. Huotos sua tisoi nemeseseta iude pitesei. Argeion no te kentina potrune kai nogei. Osei ponendune per istethes ikitona. Possi tu poli paroisi edeso tocala pedila. Amfitara klainan pero nesoto poeni koesan. Di pleinek dien wole epeneno the lachne. Ele todal kimonenko sachach menonoxei kalkoi. Pedi enai katanei sakaion kalkit kotonon. Proton peto tu sei di metin talanton. Exupno annegere gerenio sipote nestor. Tänksamenos ton daipsa perifrena selutio ei. Ec delthe clisies gais vespros muoton wepei. Tiftuto kateneana sanasto tonoio alastei. Nuokte diam rosien oti de creioto sonikei. Awesome. Okay, sorry for the split window here. We're carrying over onto the other page. And to him did the king of Agamemnon make answer, saying, Old sir, at another time thou shalt chide him even at my own bidding, seeing as he is often slack and not minded to labor. Neither yielding to sloth nor to heedless of mind, but ever looking to me and awaiting my leading. But now he awoke even before myself, and came to me, and myself I sent him forth to summon those of whom thou inquirest. Kalemenai hus su metalais. Lais, las? Depends on how you want to take the subscript. Anyway, but let us go. We shall find them before the gates amid the sentinels, for there I bade them gather. Hine garsvin and pefrarone gerethestai. Tough to say. Anyway, then made answer to him the horseman, Nestor of Gerania, So will no man be wroth at him or disobey him of all the Argives, whenso he urgeth any man or giveth commands. So will hutos utis nemeses etaiu dapitesei. So saying, he did on his tunic about his breast, and beneath his shining feet bound his fair sandals, the kala padilla, and around him buckled a purple cloak of double fold and wide, whereon the down was thick, and he grasped a mighty spear tipped with sharp bronze, and went his way among the ships of the brazen-coated Achaeans. Then Odysseus first, the peer of Zeus in council, did the horseman Nestor of Gerenia awaken out of sleep with his voice. Odysseus woke up, and forthwith the call rang all about his mind, and he came forth from the hut and spake to them, saying, How is it that ye fare thus alone by the ships throughout the camp in the immortal night? What need so great hath come upon you? Great. Okay, so there's a lot of action going on here. We're rousing the camp. People are getting out and about, right? So first of all, I think that this is, this is a great way. Tond aipsev perifrenas luthioe. So this is, the shout, right? And the shout is eluthing, right? It is going through Odysseus' phrenas, right? Odysseus' phrenas, right? Like his mind, right? Like it's very interesting that like that's the way that like the shout like it reverberates through Odysseus's like body, right? But particularly his mind, right? Because his Odysseus is the wily one, right? And this is just so characteristic of Odysseus. Like, he's the first to rise because he's the first to hear the shout, right? There's just something so like, mantis about that, right? Like this sort of like cunning nature, right? Like he's the first to get up out of bed, like he's ready, right? He wasn't there for the planning. He's not one of the planners. He's not one of the rulers, but like now that he's heard the voice, right? He's ready, and like he's wondering, and he's not like, and he's like, why are you wandering, right? He just assumes that like people like, like there's reason, right? There's a reason behind your wandering, right? So I don't think he's like, this is not an accusatory thing. He's just like, you're alone and you're wandering. Oi, oi, alaste, right? What's going on, guys? You know what I mean? Like, what's the story? I want to know what the story is, right? I don't know. I just think that's so characteristic of Odysseus as we gather the team here. Then also, I think that this line is also very important. Tonde me betapetagarenios hippoda Nestor, hutos utis hoi nemeses taiuda bitese. So nobody will say bad things against you, and you will not be disobeyed by the Argives. Whenever, or he will not, nemeses nemesesetai. Anyway, nobody will nemesize Menelaus whenever Menelaus orders them to go on. Apotrune kai anoge. And very important, this word anoge, right, is very similar to this word back here, anoga, right? So I ordered him to go and get these people, right? Although, he's already doing all these, but I ordered him already. So don't worry, he's already been ordered to do something, oh Nestor, right? Then Nestor says good, because when he orders other people, then it's going to help that, you have this sort of like, you're making sure that he's not sleeping too much, that right? He's not, he's not slacking off, and he's not desiring to not work, right? And also, this structure is made very clear by, right? So he's always looking to me, and he's always receiving favorably and accepting the the hormein, right? The whatever impels the set in motion that Agamemnon has. So Nestor is basically, he's like fact checking him. He's like, are you being a good leader here? And he says, yes, I'm even being a good leader for my brother. My brother is sleepy all the time and he likes to let loose, but at the same time we have a system together. And Nestor says good, because that system is necessary in order for us to win, in order for us to have a good straton, right? In order to have a good force. I think these are really subtle learning lessons for Homer the philosopher here, or Homer the orderer, right? I think this is something that you can really read deeply into. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you really enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.